morning, everybody. It's hump day and the Morning Night Live, and I'm here. I'm queer. Get used to it. Okay, not really. But, I just like catchy phrases, and I'm trying to think of good phrases to use to be catchy on the show, because sometimes I just try to be entertaining, and it doesn't always work, so I'm just trying to think of some shit. Anyway, good morning. I'm glad you're here. Lot of I don't know what I was trying to think of when I made the title of the show today and put a picture of our fine president. Every damn time. Our fine president. Sorry. Anyway, so I just said unprecedented because the number of the legislating by personal fiat our current president's doing is just unprecedented. How many damn executive orders is this man going to do? And he's got more coming. And I was thinking you know what I should have done? I should have put a split screen of Joe Biden, unprecedented because the number of executive orders, and then put Donald Trump on the other side, unprecedented, because that's what they're trying to do to him. But it's not, I don't think that's going to happen because he's already out of office. So they're playing a little a theater game here. Anyway, office of the unprecedented elect. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, James. Anyway, and I'm lacking tea here. I already drank my tea because if you were with me, well, not with me. If you were watching Monkey in the Morning, you would know that I was a guest on that show not even a half an hour ago. It just ended. So I don't have my normal stuff. I don't have my cup of reparations. I'm almost out, and every once in a while I have a snack sitting here. But anyway, and I won't have time to get it unless I do a pause during the middle of the show, which I really don't want to do. So we're just gonna play the game and let it go. But before I really get into it, I'm going to play the intro. Maybe if I run really fast, I can fill my cup. All right, play the intro. Ladies and gentlemen, coming to you live from the Lucky Dog studio in a hidden location somewhere in the upper Midwest of the United States of America, it's a brother making his own way, but with all the wrong opinions. Welcome to the Morning Night Live with your host, yours truly, Dawg Knight. And stop the music. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Morning Night Live. I'm your host, Marty, also known as PDawgKnight on the internet, and welcome back to the PDawgKnight Channel. It is January 27th, Wednesday, also known as Hump Day, if you ever know about that camel. Anyway, don't forget to reset the donation of the day. Oh yeah, thank you for reminding me of that. I gotta do that after the show instead of the beginning of the show, but it's done. Anyway, I hope you're all having a fantastic morning. My morning has been pretty good. I got home a little early, and then Ranting Monkey invited me to go on his show this morning, which was at a morning time as opposed to the middle of the night time. So I was able to do it and still have a half hour in between to just get this show set up and kind of think about what I was going to do for you today. Because, I'm a giving kind of guy. And so there you go. Anyway, Marty's so hot in the morning. I don't know what that means. Anyway, chicks always think I'm hot. But anyway, good morning. And let's go ahead and say good morning to people in the chat who are here already, because that's what I do on my show. I give and give and give. First in the chat this morning, my friend from down under, Richo, who gets the bell. Ding. All right, good. It works. Also, good morning, Shia Grath, who says howdy bigots, and howdy to all the bigots and the non-bigots and the maggots and the... Oh, I'm not going to use a word that rhymes with that. Anyway, also, good morning, Maddie. How you doing? Good morning, Gunfox61, my friend who takes care of the Discord for us. Also, Nietzsche Nigga Carbon. Wow. Okay. You followed from Monkey. Give you a watch. Make me like you. Okay. Well, I'll do my best to make you like me. That's an interesting screen name too. But you know what? I, being of color, can say that. So anyway, good morning. Also, Selecta Boys in the house, and also my favorite Canadian Jaeger pony. Good morning. I said James PFP and Sheograth. Tyler F. How you doing? Also TC Ball, Makino Programmer, what's up? RVA Dar, Fox P2. If you put your ear up to the internet, you can hear the cries of thousands of rich bastards who had hedge fund companies who got butt raped this week by Reddit and 4chan. Oh man. Yeah, it's there's going to be a bloodbath. I feel sorry for the suckers who don't know what they're doing that jumped into that. But anyway, because talking about GameStop and now AMC. But anyway, good morning, Zach Osborne, who's working on a GameStop video. So if you see Zach Osborne in the chat, click those little dots that come up next to his name when you put the thing over his name or his thing, and not his thing, but you know what I'm talking about. And right click and open his channel and wait for that video to come out. This shit is getting hilarious. It's hilarious to the point. Well, I don't know if hilarious is the word. There's got to be some people who'd be like, what the hell was I thinking? Anyway, good morning, Becca Fairley. How you doing? Who's going to be lurking at work? Don't tell her boss that she's watching me while she's working. Also, good morning, Attack Alpaca. Also, who else is here? Sapphire Dragon, Jesse Leon. You're a ridiculous lunatic. No, I'm not telling Jesse he's a ridiculous lunatic. That's somebody's name. You're a ridiculous lunatic. So there you go. Did I even say hi to Zach? I mentioned you, Zach, but there you go. AMC has been suspended for trading. Oh, this shit's getting crazy. Why are you so angry? That's another name. I'm not asking Zach questions. Wow. Washington is beautiful. Are you talking about the pre-show graphics, the standby graphics? Now those are all stuff that I don't know where they're from. Those are, I just took some what do you call it, copyright free whatever graphics and use them. But in the next couple of days I'll be putting my latest standby, which will actually be footage that I took from the mountains in Colorado. Anyway, also, good morning, Luna J. Lane. How you doing? So many dummies that shouldn't be trading. That's the truth. Good morning, Jim Beam. Good morning, Aaron Meredith. Good morning to Advocatus Diabli, the Devil's Advocate, and Mike Savage, Blarg from Ireland. Let's see. Truck and Bear, nice to see you back. Annel N, TC Ball, Hate Camel, what's up? F and Mechi. And Maddie's got the other handle up here, lurking as well. Hips are acting up, and the heating pad is feeling pretty good. And I'm also a bit behind today. Well, put the heating pad near that bit behind and tell Ronan to give you a back rub. Ronan, do your job. Okay. Also, good morning, Jonas Pedersen, Thomas Cleaver, Saint Fugi, formerly Rodline, who's Rodline. Katie did skate. And I got down to the bottom here to Hate Camel. 43 people in the chat, or excuse me, 44 people watching. If you like what we do during the show, please hit the like button, share the stream out. Down there, there's an arrow thingy that you can click, or you can just follow me on Twitter. Mine's Gab and Parler. Oh, wait. Parler's not back up, but Cloud Hub. I'm also on Cloud Hub. If you go to any social media that you're using and you type in @PDawgKnight, you're usually going to find me because I'm the one and only PDawgKnight. Or I think I am. I don't know. There's probably one other out there. I saw that someone used that PDawg. I'm not the only PDawg, but I'm the only PDawgKnight, as in the Knights of Shining Armor, or Knights, whatever. Did I say that right? And you are my round table. You are my round table. I bounce things off of you guys, and we learn a lot about different things. Also, good morning, BG's in the house. Ex-Bubba Hotep. I said Hate Camel already. Someone else showed up that I hadn't said hello to yet. Ryan, what's up? Ryan himself. And thanks for all the people who've already done the the notification thing. Tyler F, Hate Camel, Zach, as in Zach Osborne, Cynical Lindsay, Maddie, Becca Fairley, all of you guys who share the show out. That helps a lot. It helps more than you know. That's the only way that I've been able to grow this channel. I don't think YouTube likes people talking about what do you call it? They don't like people talking about news and commentary anymore. They just don't promote it anymore. You had to get through 70 or 80 videos by CNN, Fox News, MSNBC, or whatever before you get to the first commentator who does the kind of stuff that I do. And then I am low on the list because I don't have that many subscribers. But you know what? I have very loyal subscribers. I appreciate you guys more than you'll ever know. Gunfox, I see what you just said there. Got the news story for tomorrow. It's on Discord. I will check it today as I post some things there. Maniac Man's in the house. Donatello Slap-a-Fellow, good morning. And Shaitan's Advocate. You've been here for like 20 minutes. Oh, did this thing jump? Oh, maybe it jumped and I missed some names. Well, if I missed your name, please don't take it personally. Every once in a while. Brodo Hernandez. There's a new name. How you doing? Cereal is soup. Pop-Tarts are ravioli. Oh my gosh, he listens to Monkey in the well, that'd be the Lords of the Night kind of thing. Also, Black Hebrew Israelite. That's right. Is in the house. Nice to see you. Yeah, this thing jumped and I missed a whole bunch of you. So, okay, well, I apologize if I miss you. I'll try to catch up. Let's get into some news. Thank you, Ryan himself, for also tweeting the show out. The purpose of the name of the show today is related to all these damn executive orders that Joe Biden is just popping out like, I don't know, like the Osmonds or something, you know. Now, if you know what the hell I just said, you are dating yourself. And the only reason I thought of the Osmonds is because I saw a video of I don't know, some British TV show, and their guests were Glenn Campbell, who might be, believe it or not, Glenn Campbell might be in the top 50 guitarists of all time. I don't know if you know how virtuoso Glenn Campbell is on guitar, but he really is. He's a brilliant guitarist. And you know, it's not like the ones you originally think of. You think of Eddie Van Halen or Jimi Hendrix or Satriani or all these other guitarists. But there's a couple country guys that are virtuosos on guitar. One of them, Glenn Campbell, and the other was Roy Clark. In fact, I would put Roy Clark in my top 5 guitarists that you just never would think of. But I'd put Prince in my top 5 too. So you might be completely surprised how much of a virtuoso Prince was on guitar, even though he could play a whole bunch of others. But anyway, Donny Osmond was the other guest on the show, and so it made me think about the Osmonds, because he both Glenn Campbell and Donny Osmond are the seventh son or seventh child in their family. I know Donny Osmond is the 7th son. Eric Johnson, I'm not sure who Eric Johnson is. But anyway, but so I made an Osmond joke, popping them out like Osmonds, because they had so many kids, and they're Mormon. I shouldn't talk about religion on this show, but I am going to talk about them. Anyway, what the hell was I talking about? The executive orders. So I know there are so many people out there in America land, which is where I'm from. I'm a proud American. There are so many people out there in America land that spent the last 4 years talking about our former president, number 45, being like the guy with the funny mustache from the 40s that did bad things and ended a lot of people, right? They always talk about him being that guy. But Mr. President Joseph, I almost called him Joseph Rahim Biden, because that's what the guy's on. One of my other favorite shows is the Hotep's been told you, and they call him Joseph Rahim Biden. They think he should have a black middle name. Joe R. Biden has written so many executive orders just on so many different things in the last, how long has he been in office? This is the seventh day today? and he's already written like 30 some executive orders on just some things that you go, is that something that he could actually be writing an executive order on? You know, like demanding the transgender thing in schools, or or even the DACA thing. I wish they would take DACA back to the Supreme Court again. DACA is completely unconstitutional. That is a law that was written out of thin air by the executive branch. And I'm sorry, but the laws, I know that I used to watch Schoolhouse Rock, and I don't remember that little funny looking piece of paper rolled up bill thing. I don't remember it just skipping those steps of the Capitol, and just blowing over right after the White House, and then they write it down and like, wait a minute. That has to go through those Capitol steps. You know what I'm talking about? How many of you are old enough to watch Schoolhouse Rock? Am I throwing people left and right here? I don't even know. I suppose if you're up at this time of the day listening to me, you're probably either, well, you're old enough to know what Schoolhouse Rock was. You've seen reruns of it. You had to. Yes, Rod Line, I'm just a bill. Yes, I'm only a bill. And I'm sitting here on Capitol Hill. If you know that song, damn it, that bill didn't just pop out of the White House. It had some steps to go up. It had to go to a couple different rooms before it went over there. But Obama just wrote that shit out of thin air. That shit's unconstitutional. I'm sorry. It just is. But anyway, so our former president, number 45, who they called the same name as the guy with the funny mustache in the 40s that ended a lot of people with the weird star thing, right? They call him the dictator, right? And yet, the current president's just writing shit. He's got, look, here's how bad it is. Former President Obama, he's 44? Yeah, 44, Obama. Oh, I'm sorry, Obama is praising Joe Biden for all the executive orders. Because remember, Obama's Mr. I've got a phone and I got a pen. And if you don't do it my way, I'm still going to do it anyway because I got a phone and I got a pen. Well, I can tell you where to put that phone and that pen because Joe Biden has, I don't know what kind of steroids he put that pen on, but he's been going nuts with the executive orders. So anyway, and that's kind of all I've got to say. It's unprecedented as opposed to unprecedented like they're trying to do to 45, even though he's already out of office. And that's the introduction today. Thank you very much. I appreciate your support. Oops. Yeah, thank you. Okay. The mango Mussolini. Oh my God. I've never heard that one. I have not heard that one. The mango Mussolini. It's because the other day I was laughing because people were coming up with all their names, their nicknames for Sean King. And I was rolling. I know a lot of the nicknames, but there are a few that I hadn't heard. I had thought I'd heard them all. Did I say good morning to you, Zero the Hero? I don't know, but I'm good at right now. And also Robert Chalk, how you doing? I see you popped in here. Whoa, we got 52 people in here. Hit the like button if you think about it or if you decide you like what I'm doing. All right, let's now today I have a whole bunch of stuff bookmarked on Twitter, just FYI, because there's some things that I found fascinating as I'm scrolling through that the last couple of days. Good morning, Ost San. That's a new name. By the way, if you're new here, by the way, hit that subscription thing down there. It's right kind of down there. Even if it's on your phone, it should be down there unless you got the chat open. Close the chat and hit the subscribe thing. Click the bell so you get notifications. Although if you follow me on Twitter, mine's Gab Parler. Well, not Parler. Sorry. Or Cloud Hub. I do send out notifications daily for the show, and I try to do it early enough so you can get here after you see it. Let's see. Biden has been in 1 week and has already made 15% of the number of executive orders that Trump made in 4 years. Well, and he's done more executive orders than the last, I think, 6 presidents combined in his first week. Like, I think they were looking at how many executive orders presidents have done in the first month. Biden's exceeded all of the last 6 presidents combined for this first month, and he did it in the first 4 days. And crazy. Oh, Thurgood Partial. Yeah, that's a good one. Hewless P. Newton. My favorite is one that I made up. I call him Professor Grift, even though it has no joke about his hue. I just think Professor Griff. Snow J. Simpson. I've heard that one. We're doing Sean King nicknames because everyone knows Talcum X. That's almost like a given one. Anyway, the XO the shit out of it, even when having Congress and Senate. That's effing weak. You know what? Someone's gonna have to start. Well, by the way, one of his executive orders has been, at least for now, yeeted by a judge. The executive order where he said that they're not going to do any deportations over the next 100 days. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. No executive orders over the next 100 days. A federal judge in Texas, who is a Trump appointee, said that, that's why. Why he blocked that. And so now that's obviously going to be appealed and probably some, I don't know if it'll go all the way to the Supreme Court, but yeah, why would you block deportations if that's the law? Who knows? Anyway, W.E.B. Dufraud. Yeah, that's funny. Thurgood Marshall. I've heard that one. Betty White. Oh, damn. Now that's what I've never heard. But anyway, yeah, so that judge said, not so fast. Not so fast. Here, I'm going to try. By the way, I'm going to take my last sip from my cup of reparations here. By the way, also, if you'd like to donate to the show, that's available in the description down below. Streamlabs, YouTube Super Chat, Venmo, and Cashapp. But the show is free. Enjoy the show. Don't put yourself in detriment for me. I appreciate Sean Connery. Yeah, that's a pretty good. Anyway, all right. So I have a bunch of things bookmarked that I just found interesting. Normally I go through my favorite aggregator at the Ace of Spades, pull out articles, which I have, and I will. Gunfox, out of curiosity, is your story on Discord, because I don't have it open right now, related to the fuckery with a couple stocks? Just out of curiosity, because they're man, between GameStop and AMC, which are both kind of, GameStop especially is kind of a dying model, especially with competition from online direct, downloads, Walmart, Amazon. It's a tough model. It's kind of like I mentioned it on the show earlier on Monkey in the Morning. GameStop kind of reminds me of Blockbuster, except they sell games instead of rent. But it's going to be interesting. What story will be the number one story? I don't know. That's got to be it. Nope. Oh, well, maybe I'm not. What's going on here? What's going on in the world? Oh my gosh, he signed 4 more executive actions today, by the way. Great. Oh, and Marsha Blackburn from Tennessee is receiving backlash after criticizing President Biden for signing 30 executive orders in 3 days, saying you can't govern with a pen and a phone. Yeah. All right, now I'm so curious. It's all right, Gun Fox. It's gonna be whatever it is. I'm gonna have to watch. It's gonna be the top story tomorrow. Okay, we'll see. Good morning, Moonbase Radio, by the way. All right, let's get into the bookmarks though, because I have a bunch of things I bookmarked. I already did that one the other day. Let's see. First dogs in the White House. Ooh, that's news. Let's see. Oh. I don't know if I showed you this yet, but I just want to show you so you can take a look. This is just one of these things. You know, we were talking about how the media they're so excited to have Creepy Joe as their president, right? LL Clear J. Oh my God. Oh, Sheograth. Of course you know it all. The Cassius Clay. That's another. Oh, that's another one I haven't heard. Oh my God, the hits keep coming. Good morning, Gabriel Valine. By the way, okay, here's the. Just shows you how sycophantic the media is with Joe Biden right now. Look at this Chiron. Psaki promises to share accurate info. And someone actually put this on the CNN Chiron. How refreshing. Oh, but Brian Stelter decides that that's an important part of the Chiron. How refreshing. Really? Well, you know, it's funny because like most press secretaries, Jen Psaki doesn't necessarily like to ask questions or answer questions, answer questions. And so here's, but she has a go-to phrase we found out. And here is Jen Psaki's go-to phrase when she just doesn't necessarily, she's not ready to answer a question and she doesn't want to be bothered with the person the person who says it. So here's Jen Psaki, the new, more truthful White House press secretary. I should say that in quote marks. Here's Jen Psaki. Good morning, Jonas Pedersen. Good morning, Lord Stanhope. Okay, here's Jen Psaki and her go-to phrase when she doesn't have an answer. Oh, hang on. I got to press play.
I'll circle back if there's more I can share with you.
And I need to press play and have sound. God, boomer problems. By the way, if you're new here, I am the last of the boomers. Just saying. I'm the last of the boomers. And I'm married to Lady Boomer. But sometimes I'm the first of the Gen Xers, but most of the time I'm the last of the boomers. PDawgKnight, the last of the boomers. Okay, here's Jen Psaki with her go-to answer. Sucky? We have sound now. Okay, here we go.
I'll circle back if there's more I can share with you. I'll circle back with you if there's more to convey. I'll have to just circle back with you. We can circle back with him. I'm happy to circle back with you. I can circle back. I will have to circle back on that one. That's an excellent question. Oh, such an important question. We will circle back with you. We'll circle back with you. It's an interesting question, but we'll circle back. I'm happy to circle back, but I'll have to circle back with you on it. It's a good question, but we'll circle back with you on this today. We will certainly circle back with you more directly. I hate to disappoint you, but I will have to circle back with you on that as well.
Okay. Yeah. I wonder if she's going to get dizzy with all that circling back. I'm just saying. I don't know. But anyway, we found that funny. Anyway, let's go back to the bookmarks and actually talk about something important. I'm just going to go from the oldest to the newest. This was interesting. Where is it? Oh, apparently Katie Couric said something. Oh no, I haven't gone back far. Oh, Ben Shapiro. Let's talk about Ben Shapiro. Because apparently, let's open this up real quick. In the Daily Beast, there was a story about how 100+ political staffers, aka whiny bitches, sent a letter to the publisher because they were mad. Okay, they were mad. They were mad. Let me fix. What the hell did I just do there? Let me make this so you can see it. They were mad because apparently Politico has a section that they sometimes have guests. They have guests come in and edit, right? Can we talk about Abby Shapiro instead? I'm not sure who Abby is. Abby, I don't know. Well, I'll ask you this question later. So the 100+ political staffers sent a letter to the publisher railing against publishing Ben Shapiro, I wouldn't say lightweight, but just, normal kind of, I wouldn't say milquetoast conservative, but just he's just kind of a mainstream conservative guy, right? And they were mad that the Politico had the audacity to publish Ben Shapiro. The signees called out their top editor's response to internal critics and reiterated that a firebrand like Shapiro does nothing to advance Politico's editorial values. Now that, first of all, talk about an oxymoron. Politico's editorial values. What the fuck are, oops, I swore. What are Politico's editorial values? Are they a magazine about politics? So you could have guest editorials from people who talk about politics from probably the entire spectrum of politics. But apparently it was too much for the how would your boy Pat call them? Whiny titty babies over at Politico. By the way, good morning, Justin Anderson. I know it's been said hundreds of times, but conservative women are way more hotter than liberals, period. Well, yeah. Well, because they care about, they care about pleasing men. And, well, I don't know, pleasing? I don't know. Yes, it seems that way. Not always, but often. So more than 100 Politico staffers signed on to a letter sent to publisher Robert Al Britton expressing disgust with allowing right-wing firebrand Ben Shapiro to guest author. They didn't hire Ben Shapiro. They didn't give Ben Shapiro a regular column. They didn't even say, hey, Ben Shapiro, write a 10-part series. Guest author, one day's edition. Hello, Katie did skate. Did I say hi already? I think I did. One day. One day's edition of the playbook. And with the outlet's subsequent handling of the fallout, because there was fallout for one day of him editing the playbook. Earlier this month, the Beltway news outlet handed over the keys to its signature news product to Shapiro, a talk radio host and pundit who has long been one of the most controversial voices in right-wing media, thanks in part to his incendiary comments about the LGBTQ community, Muslims, Black Americans, and Jews who support Democratic politicians. The guest appearance, part of a series of guest appearances by political media, include Chris Hayes and Chuck Todd. Oh, because Chris Hayes and Chuck Todd are so just, oh, never mind. Sparked immediate backlash, criticism. So anyway, so they got all mad about Ben Shapiro. Well, and so Ben Shapiro has responded because by the way, what is going on there? Yeah, you did. Okay, I did. Okay, good. Ben Shapiro's responded. Message received. Ben Shapiro reveals what Politico did to would-be Playbook guest editors Guy Benson and Mary Catherine Ham. Now, if you're not familiar with Guy Benson is a conservative political pundit who also happens to be part of the LGBTQ community. And Mary Catherine Ham, she's also a conservative political pundit. Although she's had some rough things go on in the last couple of years, so I'm not gonna say anything bad about her. But I like her. She's cool. Anyway, stunningly brave political firefighters are still reeling after Ben Shapiro. Ben Shapiro was given a chance to guest edit Playbook for a whole day and be the cause of their anguish. It was only natural that Shapiro open up about what happened. So here's Ben Shapiro's tweet. So today I pointed out that should I do it in Ben Shapiro voice? I don't know if I can do a Ben Shapiro voice. So today I pointed out that Politico's blow up over me writing Playbook wasn't about me being canceled. It was about woke staffers cudgeling editors into never reaching across the aisle again. Now, I have a pretty great example of this problem in action. Is that a good Ben Shapiro? I don't know. I can't hear myself. Spoiler alert, Shapiro's not the only conservative media personality who's offended Politico's delicate sensibilities. My friends Guy Benson and what's her name? Mary Catherine Ham were also asked jointly to guest write Playbook. I know this because they told me so the day of the firestorm. The editors had sought them out and said they were enthused about having them at the same thing happened to me. The editors were supposed to set a hard date for their slot. Then, oddly enough, just after my issue of Playbook, Politico went dead silent on them. Communication stopped for days. Eventually, they gave Guy and Mary Catherine Ham an excuse. They overbooked. The same excuse you give your in-laws to avoid dinner. I know this because I did that to my in-laws. But I also noticed this because I noticed their bylines never appeared. I asked Guy and Mary Catherine Ham what happened, so they told me. Now, Guy and Mary Catherine Ham don't need Playbook. They didn't ask for the gig. That's not the point. The point is that when the woke light the world on fire over liberals reaching across the aisle, the message is clear. Don't try it again. So they don't. It's almost as if the whole tolerance and unity, because I'm throwing in a word, unity thing is just a fucking sham. Yes, I added the word fucking to that sentence also. Message received. Conservatives are preemptively canceled. Homogeneity maintained. Polarization increased. Well done, woke scolds. The world is safe from the predations of dangerous thinkers like Guy and Mary Catherine Ham and anyone on the right. And now a word from our sponsors. Okay, I don't have a sponsor. Well, you're my sponsors. Please please remember that you are the sponsor of the Morning Night Live. It's brought to you by you. Please share, donate, or whatever you do that helps you sponsor the show, or just enjoy the chat, because the chat is the shizzle on this show. I got to tell you. Anyway, if you combine George and Kramer from Seinfeld, you get Ben Shapiro. All right, then bringing big guns to the party. Okay, cool. Anyway, so yeah, they had a big giant backlash over Ben Shapiro. Oh gosh. If they can't handle Ben Shapiro for a day, good Lord. And it's not like he's writing for Out magazine or what's that other one? There's another one called I don't remember. Anyway, Pink, isn't that one of the gay magazines? No, that's not it. Anyway, it's not like they're doing that. He's writing, it's fucking Politico. People who talk about politics. Y'all motherfuckers need to get over yourselves. Anyway, what are these notifications here? Only on Wednesdays at noon. Okay, I was going to try to get Cat Turd to come be a guest on the show, and Pink News. Yeah, that's what it is. All right, let's let's go back into my bookmarks here because I got more. Oh, have you heard about this thing that Twitter's doing called Birdwatch? Okay, I gotta make sure I didn't skip things here. I'll come back to that. So have you heard about this thing called Birdwatch from Twitter? And you know how they're Twitter's kind of going off the rails with some shit. Like they're obviously ever since they banned the president of the United States, okay, when he was still president. Now he's not the president of the United States, and it's a permanent ban. They also never use clips. And now they've banned the MyPillow guy, and over shit they say. Now look, obviously, Twitter is a private company and they can do whatever they want. But in the spirit of free speech, you should be able to just say shit, and it's not like, they're saying that misinformation, blah 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 blah. Well, so their big push is misinformation, right? So they've come up with this idea. It's this idea, and we're gonna read about it, and I'm gonna tell you what the best comment I've heard about it is. Twitter announces Birdwatch, a community-based tool to fight misinformation. What could go wrong? By the way, if you haven't noticed, it's Wednesday, right? And Wednesday is Woke Wednesdays on the Morning Night Live, so I talk about shit that kind of goes into woke land. Well, this is kind of into woke land. Hi, infamous one. Nice to see ya. I'm glad you're here. Hit the like button, everybody. Anyway, what could go wrong with their community-based tool to fight misinformation? Hello, Johnny Hellcat, and check your logic. To fight... You gotta fight against misinformation. What could go wrong? On January 25th. Oops, what the hell happened there? What's this fresh hell? Create my account? What the hell are you talking about? Are they passwording shit? Oh, you got to be kidding. That's new. I know why they're doing it, though. Let's see. Let me see if I can do an archive of this. I'm not playing that game. Sorry, guys. Give me a second here. I've never dealt with this on Daily Wire. Here, let's try this. Okay, now it's being archived. Anyway, so here's what they're doing. Twitter has this new tool that what do they call it? Birdwatch, and you sign up for it basically to come out and fight disinformation on Twitter. Now I need the article to tell you how it works, but apparently it's here's the best description that I've heard. It's basically, let me think of this. I'm going to give you the exact words they use because this was a great description. An army of Karens, basically. It's an army of Karens. Yeah, Ministry of Truth, kind of like that, but no, it's an army of Karens, and then people on Twitter is like, oh, where do I sign up? Why is it taking so long for that to queue up? Holy shit. Basically, they're having people on Twitter that are going to go in and they have the power to write correct information on something that they think is not correct. It's like, what could go wrong? So what was interesting, though, if you know who Dana Lash is, Dana Lash is she signed up because she's a verified Twitter user. Some of those blue check marks aren't always the lefties, although most of them are. she signed up to be part of this army of Karens, an army of fact checkers that will try to update information as they this thing is, oh my gosh, this take forever, that will take up and put the correct information under people's tweets so that there's not, they get priority and shit. And they wouldn't allow her to do it. Oh, because apparently they have, anyone who's ever been suspended from Twitter for any reason, particularly that supposedly misinformation, because misinformation's in the eye of the beholder, you know. For example, here, let's just say this: if I said a AR-15 is not an assault rifle, it's just a sport rifle that looks scary. Someone who on one of my betters might say, "Oh no, that is an assault rifle. It's a weapon of war." Now, depending on who you ask, my version of what an AR-15 rifle is completely accurate, which it is completely accurate. But anyway, but if you ask someone on that side of the spectrum who's the same question, they might say, yeah, that's a weapon of war. It's an assault rifle. But guess who Twitter is more likely to have in their army of Karens? Not Dana Lash, who would tell me my answer is correct. They would have someone like Tim Kaine, Senator Tim Kaine, who ran for. Okay, I should have used that as a trivia question. In fact, I still can, because I didn't answer it ahead of time. All right, if you know who Tim Kaine is, type in the chat. And his most recent significant thing about him, Tim Kaine, the most recent thing that you can think of that's significant about Tim Kaine, if you know, put it in the chat. And this is a test. This is actually a quiz. Yes, on the Morning Night Live, we have a test for you today. Good Morning Cultist 4, Army of the Karens, is a title of my horror flick. Oh, you know what? Somebody's going to do it. Somebody's going to do it. In fact, by the way, how many of you also, besides the Tim Kaine question, how many of you watched The Grifties? I recommended. Oh, good. Jenna P. You're all over it. Clinton's running mate. Clinton's running. It's 2016 vice president. Y'all, I got to tell you. I have the most informed, smartest audience on the planet. I appreciate you so much right now. Just boom, you had the answer. Nice job. He's also former senator, and I think is he from Maryland? Or no, is he from Maryland or Virginia? I can't remember. Also, good morning, HIV positive transgender. I always feel like I'm gonna get in trouble for saying your name out loud on this show, because you know how Twitter is. Also, hi, good morning, Hard Disk Failed and Kyra Alexander. Nice to see you guys. That's fantastic. His son is Antifa, ran for vice president. Yes, his son is. His son. He got arrested in Minneapolis, in my town. He got arrested in Minneapolis for doing some dastardly deeds during the fentanyl Floyd riots. St. George. Did I say the wrong? I used the wrong nickname. I'm going to get in trouble today. I feel it coming, man. Yeah, he's from Virginia. Okay. Anyway, I didn't remember what the hell I was talking about. I'm Mr. Tangent today. Holy shit, how long is it going to take for the 3,700 in the queue? Anyway, the name only describes facts about me. You can't get in trouble. Okay, well, you got to be careful, because they never know if you're being ironic, serious, or just saying someone's name. And that's okay to say someone's name. But anyway, let's get back into something that makes sense, because I am not making sense right now. So here's the okay. here's I do have the story on Dana Lash, though. Let's see. Let's get this here. Twitter's Birdwatch program. That's what we were talking about. My brain's not working. So Twitter's Hunter Biden crackdown includes blocking Dana Lash from the platform's campaign. Now, it's funny that they're calling this the Hunter Biden crackdown because, remember, this is the New York Post writing this. The New York Post got blocked from using their Twitter account for how long? Like, was it 13, 14 days, 15 days when they published a factual story about Hunter Biden. So I guess I do have to be careful about saying Hunter Biden. I don't know. Is my green $sign going to turn into a yellow $sign for that? I don't even know. Anyway, Twitter's still targeting users who share. Oops, sorry. That's a ad that pops up on New York Post. Twitter is still targeting users who share reporting related to the post-Hunter Biden's expose, this time blocking conservative radio host Dana Lash from joining Birdwatch, the platform's new campaign to root out disinformation. Lash, the former spokeswoman for the National Rifle Association who hosts the national radio show The Dana Show, tweeted that she couldn't sign up for Birdwatch because she received a violation for tweeting her own story related to the Post bombshell in October. The violation was at Twitter locking my account for sharing a story I wrote about big tech's reaction to the New York Post Hunter Biden story, Lash tweeted on Monday, the day the platform launched the crowdsourced tool designed to target disinformation. Ministry of Truth. The screenshot Lash shared noted, quote, unfortunately, Birdwatch is not available to you at this time. With Twitter deeming her account had a recent notice of Twitter rules violations. Lash's Twitter account was suspended for sharing her own story about the Post report, which revealed emails from Hunter Biden's laptop that showed he tried to sell access to his father, then Vice President Uncle Bad Touch. I mean, sorry. Joe Biden, Vice President Joe Biden, citing its hacked materials policy, which was false. Twitter locked the Post account for 2 weeks, as well as booted users who tweeted about the story. The policy was later amended and the Post Twitter account was restored, with CEO Jack Dorsey eventually admitting that the restrictive measure was just a mistake. Okay, it was a mistake. So here on Monday, Twitter launched Birdwatch, a Wikipedia-esque function that allows people to flag misleading posts and write notes that provide more context. During its pilot, those notes, which will be rated by users similar to Reddit, will only be visible on Birdwatch's separate platform. So they're going to hide it at first. This is terrible. This is terrible. Let's be real. Birdwatch will mainly be progressive gaslighting center and right of center stories, Lash tweeted. In a statement, a Twitter spokesman acknowledged at this time we are not currently admitting accounts who have received notification of a rule violation within the last year. I should sign up for this shit. Why didn't I think of that? I wonder if it's too late. Anyway, as the pilot progresses, we may modify some of our current eligibility requirements as we learn more about how people use this feature. We already know. Damn. Okay, I'm distracted. Zach, all hell broke loose while I was editing. Many more hedge funds are in similar situations as Melvin Capital and may need to be bailed out. Don't bail out any of them. Oh my gosh. Hey, you got any links? Zach, send me a link to something that tells me what's going on. Anyway, I'm going to finish this up. As the pilot progresses, we may modify some of our current eligibility requirements as we learn more about how people use this feature, which will be interesting. Just like they use Wikipedia. Or even, Like when what was the dictionary? Webster's dictionary? When who was it? Was it Mazie Hirono was talking about how saying sexual preference is offensive when another senator said it, which no one had ever said that using the term sexual preference was offensive. And within 24 hours, I think it was Webster, or was it Webster's or Merriam-Webster online changed in their definition of sexual preference to it to be sometimes offensive when it is. Anyway, that's how it's going to work. It's going to be like Wikipedia but Twitter Wikipedia, which is going to be even worse. Twitter has faced scrutiny for failing to address violent content, meaning mean words, including most recently posts of a teenage sex trafficking victim, despite moving swiftly to ban former President Donald Trump's account following the deadly Capitol riots of January 6th. Anyway, but they're going to take a global approach to cracking down on the spread of conspiracy theories. Oh, good Lord. Yes, everything's a conspiracy theory unless it benefits Democrats or the left or the media. Oh, all very redundant. All right, let's move on. I'm sure I've got more things bookmarked here. And I'm again, we're sticking to, let's see, what you just sent me. Oh, okay, there's a whole Reddit thing here for all the big fucking hedge funds monitoring us. Oh, on Reddit, yeah. So, buy up the whole dictionaries. Yeah, no doubt. Okay, thank you, Gamer Valine, who sent me this. Let me see if I can open this here. Reddit just put up a post. Can I even get? I don't even have a. Do I have a Reddit account? All right, so let's see here. This is up on Reddit right now. This is getting almost. I don't know if it's funny, or if it's sad, or I don't know. Makes me want to hurl. But here's a post on Reddit right now. For all the big fucking hedge funds monitoring us, this is a message from us to you. We fucking own you. Now, fuck you. Go buy the fucking news. Like and comment so they see this post. Fuck you, Melvin Capital. Fuck you, Citron Research. You haven't closed shit. This is going to go down in history. Now, I don't know who this, someone named Flexin Zach, whatever. Oh, yeah. And oh, yeah, we like the stock. This isn't financial advice. No taking this post down, bubs. I'm not fucking selling. We can trust the fucking media. YouTubers make videos. Graham Stephan report on this shit. It's an average retarded Joe take over. Take my $10,000 in shares, bitch. Apparently they were they're fighting about they're concerned about how these social media accounts are causing havoc in the financial markets. Let's see, what else did you send me here, Gamer Valine? Let me check real quick. Wall Street Bets. Okay, that's the other account here you sent me. And let's see what this one says. I'm not a Redditor, so it's kind of all foreign to me. Updated January 27th, short interest data posted by S3 Partners this morning. What is this? Is this the? Oh, this is the GameStop. Did it just? Okay. Oh no, it was up 142%. Still up 139%. The current price $147.98. Yeah, I that whole thing. I'm just gonna wait until someone writes an article, because I haven't followed it closely. All I know is that a lot of people are gonna lose a lot of money, and a few people are gonna make money if they have any idea what they're doing. But I'm not convinced that anyone has any idea what they're doing. So, that's some crazy shit going on with GameStop. AMC too. I think they've halted trade on AMC, the movie theater company. Who's buying AMC? Who's buying movie theater shit? I don't know. That's weird. Anyway, all right, back in. Let's see what else I got in the bookmarks here before I go into actual stories. I've got a couple stories, dude. This was not good. They are organizing on Wall Street bets to punish hedge funds for short selling, which is barely legal. Okay. Well, there you go. Thank you, Gamer Blaine, by the way, for the first donation of the day. I appreciate you. And so does the crowd. Thank you very much. I already read it, even though the music didn't pop up right away. So this is Glenn Greenwald pointed this out, and actually pointed out a thread by Thomas Chatterton. They took it down. Here's a screenshot. Good. Thank goodness he got screenshots. This is a little bit scary, by the way, if you are a user of social media. Okay, if you look up here on my screen, right up here where it says Twitter, Minds, Gab, and Parler, which I got to change. I don't know if Parler's ever going to come back. I hope it does, but I don't know for sure. I'll change that to Cloud Hub. But as someone who even puts alt tech on my screen, this next story should be of great concern to me because don't buy. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, see, GameStop, someone mentioned in the chat that GameStop actually has sold off some stores, consolidated, and they're back to being profitable. AMC, I don't think they're ever going to be profitable again. It's really hard to say. And thank you, Gamer Blade, who says, don't buy AMC. They are sock puppet accounts. AMC is losing hedge fund money right now. They need the stock to go up. Okay, that's okay. So very good information, Gamer Lean. Thank you again for the second donation of the day through YouTube super chats. And remember, if you want to do donations or want me to say something that I'm not saying, you can always do it through Streamlabs or super chats. Or if you don't know what to say and you just want to donate the show, write a special ad for a special product that you think should be sponsoring this show. And when I say special product, it could be just about anything you can think of in your very creative mind. So there you go. Let's get to this story though, because this is kind of scary if you're a user of alt tech, which I'm trying to be more proactive on using alt tech, and yet then I see stories like this. So this is frightening. Okay, here's the tweets. First of all, the first tweet was this one down here. The Jennifer D. Chiara literary agency was distressed. We got to go for the bottom of the top. To discover this morning, January 25th, that one of our agents has been using the social media platforms Gab and Parler. We do not condone this activity, and we apologize to anyone who has been affected or offended by this. Say what, bitch? Then she continued. The Jennifer D. Chiara literary agency has in the past and will continue to ensure a voice of unity, equality, and one that is on the side of social justice. As of this morning, Colleen Effeline is no longer an agent at the Jennifer D. Chiara agency. Now, first of all, I wonder and I'm not going to sing Who Wrote the Book of Love like I normally would. I wonder. Now, here's where this came from, though. This is, and how did, so first of all, I don't know the illegality of making some public PR, whatever, their internal human resources matters, putting them all over the internet like that. I would think that maybe, just maybe that might be, there's got to be some kind of law against that. I don't know if there is or not, but just not good form. And maybe the actionable for a lawsuit, because whatever. But the idea that they were, I use Gab and Minds and Parler and, until Parler comes back, and Cloud Hub and other forms of alt tech, just because I use it as notification devices, right? I don't have many followers on those platforms, but for the ones that are there, notification device, right? But her apology here, where she says, apologize for anyone who's been affected or offended by this. By what? Are they reading? And she, has been using the social media platforms Gab and Parler. Now, we don't know how she was using them. Now, we found out later that she was just using them. She's a literary agent trying to find just different people and different clients. And so she went on different social media. But the other part of this, we in the past have ensured a voice of unity, equality, one is on the side of social justice. What the fuck does that mean? Don't you wonder? Hi, Dad Wasteland, how you doing? What the hell does that mean? So here's how it happened. Justice ACB that said, Amy Coney Barrett. Thank you, Lancelot, by the way. Oh, Lancelot 5652. How you doing? Nice to have you come over. I know you were watching on Monkey in the Morning, and I appreciate you dropping by and dropping a $5 in the YouTube Super Chats. And there's the notification right there. So this woman that was employed by Jennifer DiChiara agency, literary agency, gets fired just for using other social media platforms, not anything in particular that she said. Well, here's how this came about. Somebody called YA Whispers, and there was a story, I remember the story on YA Whispers a while back, who they're basically like hate watch, or they're kind of, I don't know if you call them grievance grifters. They're out here tattletaling on people, not for any reason. But anyway, this is what they sent to this. This person tweeted something about posting on Parler, and so this YA Whispers says, "Does JT Lit Agency know or care that one of their agent frequents alt-right social media like Parler and Gab?" Again, there's this fucking alt-right bullshit. Alt-right social media like Parler and Gab. By the way, thank you, Lancelot. Because this woman, Colleen Olferine, said, "I'm now posting on Parler. It's a great platform with no censorship, giving away a few critiques there next week. Come find me at Colleen Olferine, writing community, writer, ask an agent." And so Jennifer DiChiara, thanks for bringing it to my attention. I have taken swift action. And as of this morning, January 25th, Colleen Olferine is no longer an agent at this agency. For just you, and then thank you for taking it. Fuck you, YA Whispers. I'm sorry. A random anonymous Twitter account, which calls itself YA Whispers, informs Jennifer that one of her agents simply used social media platform and therefore should be terminated. Hi, Maniac Man. And Jennifer actually goes and fires her and publicly brags about it. But then people will tell me if Rupert Murdoch or Josh Hawley mentions cancel culture, then you should talk about it. You should just pretend it isn't happening. The first motherfucker who replies to this says, this is understandable. People, well, maybe not everyone, are freaked out about what happened on January 6th and are reacting as one would expect people to react. By the way, what happened on January 6th is terrifying. GTFOMF. She was using Parler for business purposes and representing herself in Parler as an agent for that literary agency, accepting queries on Parler. This was not her personal life, nor were the personal tweets. Oh my, or whatever. So, holy shit. And I'm not talking about the lead seductress in a Chinese action film. Hello, hypnagogic monk. Anyway, now this YA, let me see if YA, what is it? YA what? Who are these fuckers? Well, and let's see how people respond to Glenn Greenwald for putting this. He says, I've been giving some thought and have come up with the conclusion that censorship has only further divided an already divided nation. We can no longer debate. Instead, we isolate into narrow groups without challenging our beliefs. Censorship is not unity. It is a form of control. Yeah, no shit. No shit. Yeah, exactly. Advocatus Diablo says if people are freaking out about January 6th, then they should be calling for some different platforms to be abolished. But they are too dumb to know they are being used by those sites. Hell, Facebook is where all that shit was planned. And they certainly were on, all those people were on Twitter. There were a few who had Parler accounts, but very few. And none of that was planned on those platforms. Did anyone ever think to themselves that maybe I should talk to the person I despise instead of listening to partisan hacks describe who they are? One does not represent many, and many does not represent one. Oh, dang. It's up to you to make up your own mind about people in conversations. How? Yeah. Oh, but you know what they would say? Why would you want to talk to Nazis? Huh? Why do you want to talk to Nazis? Do you think you have some proclivities to be a Nazi? Huh? Why do you want to talk to Nazis? Sooner or later, people will be losing their job for being a member of the NRA. It's coming. I tell you, I wonder, as I do a show like this, how long it's going to be before someone at my job goes, hey, someone said you said something bad on your show. You might want to stop that. I'm going to be like, bite me. I move boxes and audit fucking addresses for a living. It doesn't change what I do for a job. Anyway, unbelievable crap going on. All right, I got a couple more here and then it's almost time to get out of here. I filled the hour pretty good. By the way, how are we doing out there? Looks like we still got, oh my gosh, we got 63 people here. Thank you. And 50 likes. Oh my goodness, that's a good ratio. If you like what I'm doing, hit the like button right now before you forget. Or before you click the button to go somewhere else. I'm not done yet, though, so don't click the button to go somewhere else. I've got more. Fuck the NRA. Why fuck the NRA? Unless you're like a, what is it, GOA, Gun Owners of America? Is it because the NRA is kind of did that bump stock thing, or are you just not a gun person? I don't know. I don't have any problem with the NRA. I'm not a member of the NRA. I don't really care, but let's watch an epic. Let's watch an epic 4 minutes and 30 seconds of Rand Paul. What happens when Marty wakes up one day and discovers he's got to delivery mail-in ballots to the nearby graveyard? Well, I don't deliver the packages. I just audit them. Can't help but think the left-right paradigm is just a tool to keep the population at each other's throats, a smokescreen to protect the few in control. Always. Oh, hell, of course it is. Of course it is. That's media wants us. Look, first of all, the media, and I'm including all the mainstream media. They profit from distress. They profit from people being at each other's throats. Anything they can help something bleed, they have something to write about. The grievance grifting organizations, they profit from racism and sexism and anything else that they can exacerbate through their studies and their surveys and whatever, and make people frightened, and that's how they raise money. These people make money off of yes, there you go, select a boy. They make money off fear and ignorance. And the more that they can get us to stay at each other's throats, the more look, I don't want to pick on people who protest at Black Lives Matter events, because I think the people protesting, at least they've been made to think that there is this huge, massive problem, but the people who lead those protests are the ones making $10 billion. It ain't the people coming to think because they've been told to believe something. But anyway. Let's talk. Let's go here. This is regarding the.
These Democrats.
Hang on, just
no Republican.
Hang on. This is the Rand Paul's 5 minutes, and I'm just as far as the impeachment thing. I haven't talked much about impeachment because I think it's a joke. But here's Rand Paul, because he went epic in the Senate, and how much does I want to watch? Let's see.
Incited the reprehensible behavior and violence of January 6th when he said, I know everyone here will soon march to the Capitol to peacefully and patriotically make your voices heard.
Yeah. Oh, no. Oh, no. Did he? Oh, my gosh. He incited them to peacefully and patriotic to make their voices heard. Terrible. By the way, that's a quote from the President of the United States from a few weeks ago, right? Or whatever. Peacefully and patriotically make your voices heard. Yes. That sounds like he told him exactly what to do. By the way, I have some quotes. I talked about this in the morning, and I can't remember what I've already said here. Anyway.
Peacefully and patriotically.
Yes.
Hardly words of violence. But what of Democrat words?
Yeah, let's talk about this.
What of Democrat?
This is not just what about. This is like, who do we prosecute next?
Incitement to violence. No Democrat will honestly ask whether Bernie Sanders incited the shooter that nearly killed Steve Scalise and volunteer coach. The shooter nearly pulled off a massacre. I was there. Because he fervently believed the false and inflammatory rhetoric spewed by Bernie and other Democrats, such as the Republican health care plan for the uninsured is that you die. As this avowed Bernie supporter shot Steve Scalise, nearly killing him, and shot one of our coaches and 2 or 3 of our staff, he screamed, "This is for health care."
Yeah.
Ask me
or Bernie, go to jail.
Anyone if that's incitement. No Democrat will ask whether Cory Booker incited violence when he called for his supporters to get up in their face of Congress people. A very visual and specific incitement. Yes. No Democrat will ask whether Maxine Waters incited violence when she literally told her supporters, and I quote, that if you see a member of the Trump administration at a restaurant, at a department store, at a gas station, or any place, you create a crowd and you push back on them. Is that not incitement?
Okay, so that's the part I wanted you to hear. The only thing that would have made that better The only thing would have made that better if Rand Paul would have done Maxine Waters in a Maxine Waters voice. That would have been hilarious. But anyway, that'll be in the book. Well, no, it won't be in the bookmarks. But anyway, pretty epic there from Rand Paul. And the only thing that I was thinking about that because what the hell did I do? There we go. Let's see, is it my bookmarks? What the hell is it? Oh my God, where is it? Sorry. I won't have many tabs today because I didn't pull out a lot of stories. But I had to laugh because there is this gaslighting of America going on about this event on January 6th, where the news media has been pushing the story that Donald Trump has over and over. They've been saying the words incitement to insurrection, which the events on January 6th, one, were not incited by Donald Trump, nor was it an insurrection. These were knuckleheads, and fuck these guys who broke into the Capitol building for all I care. I don't care. But they had no plan. There was no, it wasn't like there was thousands of people with weapons but look, incitement, as I've said before, if this was incitement, then why did only a few hundred of the tens of thousands of people that were there do the nonsense at the Capitol building? And if it was incitement, is it retroactive incitement? Because, there's not even a word for it. It was like telepathy incitement because they broke into the house, the chamber, before Donald Trump was even done speaking. So how can that be how can you have incitement of something that hasn't been done yet or hasn't been said yet? And I found it fascinating because there was one thread here, and I'm trying to find it while I'm talking to you. Where here it is. Is this the thread? Yeah, here it is. So, somebody deleted one of the things in this thread. So, someone here says, someone says, he did not say peacefully and patriotically, referring to Donald Trump. Hello, atheist icon. He did not say peacefully and patriotically. That was a direct quote from Donald Trump's speech. He did say that. And then she comes back and said, listens to his speech instead of listening to propaganda, champ. So clearly this woman did not. That's literally a quote. And then I said, somewhere I said something to that nature. Oh, yeah, it's literally, in the literal sense, because people use the word literally wrong. It's literally, in the literal sense, a quote from the speech. It was actually a quote from the speech. So this person, even with the speech being out there. Now, remember, some platforms have removed this speech from their platforms depending on who posts it. And so now you only see the clips from CNN where they only show the part where he said something about fighting for whatever you want, what you believe in, which doesn't mean that you go out and punch somebody. It's a figurative thing. Fight. You got to fight for your right to party. Does that mean that you have to go punch somebody in the mouth for your right to party, or just you want to, plead your case to party? Okay? Literally, those were the exact words of the speech that Rand Paul was quoting. And this person who's been watching probably CNN for the last, since January 6th, who doesn't show the part about peacefully and patriotically make your voice heard, has been totally gaslit and has no idea, and is arguing with people on Twitter saying, he didn't say that. He did not say that. Listen to his speech instead of listening to propaganda, champ. Do you own a mirror, bitch? I even put this, girl, mirror, look at it. Because she's lost. I mean, seriously. And she still has this up. So this tells me she hasn't gone back. And she hasn't even gone back to check her own work. It's the gaslighting of America. The media only tells you one little side of the story, and you never hear the rest. That's why I try, to listen to, even though I'll watch shit from CNN and MSNBC if I need to, or Fox News. Anyway, I don't watch networks news that much, but I'll watch clips and things, or I'll read a story from the Daily Beast or HuffPost or something like that, and not just the Daily Caller and Daily Wire and Breitbart. I kind of try to read stuff from different things. Now, I tend to show stories from more conservative outlets because they're the ones I agree with, but at least I know the other side of the story that someone else is trying to tell, even if I think it's bullshit. But this is scary to me, that people this whole insurrection, all you've heard for the last, 2-3 weeks, 10 to 11 days, 21 days, have been the words insurrection and incitement. Now, I was watching, there's, who is it? I mentioned this on the show earlier. Who's this congresswoman? Where's she at? Here, tweets and replies. Hang on a second here. I hate when I do this. Tammy Duckworth, the senator from wherever the hell she's from. I don't care. So Jake Tapper puts Tammy Duckworth on CNN. And listening here, we'll do this one segment, then we're gonna go. I'm gonna do this whole segment because it's very telling. Something that she says during this segment that immediately made my ears perk up. Here we go. Jake Tapper on the whatever.
Your colleague Rand Paul forced this vote today, questioning the constitutionality of this trial. His motion died. You voted to kill it. Explain why you think this trial is constitutional.
Okay. First of all, see how he questions her? He doesn't say, why do you think this is constitutional? He says, explain why you think it's constitutional. Now, it's a tiny little subtle difference. But if this is a Republican, that wouldn't be it. He'd be challenging her. Why do you think this is constitutional? How could this be constitutional in your eyes? Okay. But no, he's saying, explain why you think this is constitutional. That's giving her the fact, it's like I said, it's a subtle difference, but it's a different way they question people like this.
Well, if you look to our history, Jake, every official who has been barred from holding future office was out of office. And so we have historical precedents that shows that it is.
That's interesting. So she's not because of an impeachment, though. Okay. Not because of an impeachment. Anyway.
It's constitutional to have a trial that will bar somebody from holding office in the future, because we've done it in our nation's past. So it's clear that it is constitutional.
Rand Paul says that this vote suggests that impeachment is dead on arrival. I mean, mathematically, that seems correct, don't you think?
Okay, listen to what she says.
Well, it looks that way, but I will tell you that we have not yet, looked at the evidence. I mean, we all lived through it. I'm sitting here in one of my offices here. I still have plywood on the window. There used to be a window there.
That has nothing to do with whether or not President Trump incited this or not. And we haven't looked at all the evidence. Listen to her carefully. You got to listen.
I still have broken glass on my floor. My door behind me still has marks from where they were trying to batter it down with whatever device they use as a battering ram. This is all very fresh, and we cannot allow any official, whether it's Donald Trump or someone else, to not be held accountable for their actions.
Again, what actions did he do? What actions are you talking about? Because again, the articles of impeachment say incitement to insurrection. Listen carefully to her.
When that action is inciting a violent insurrection that has left at least 5 people dead that we know of. So we must move.
Okay, so wait a minute. She's in the Senate. She just got sworn in to be a judge or a juror in the Senate, right? She's saying that he did this already. But what is the evidence that he instructed these people to do what they did? Because remember, incitement is a legal term. Now, granted, the Senate hearing is not a legal proceeding. It's a political proceeding. But incitement is a very specific term, okay, that requires him to have explicitly wanted this action. Now listen carefully, because listen to what she says.
Move forward with this.
We've heard people like Mitch McConnell, the Senate Minority Leader, say that he holds President Trump responsible for what happened. But some of your colleagues are saying that he can't be held responsible for inciting the riot. Take a listen to something else that Senator Rand Paul said.
Now, the way he even says that, well, he can't be responsible for inciting the riot. Again, the way you ask the question tells you where Jake's going here.
On the Senate floor today.
We're not going down the road that Democrats have decided, this low road of impeaching people for political speech. I want the Democrats to raise their hands if they have ever given a speech that says, take back, fight for your country. Who hasn't used the words fight figuratively?
What's your response?
Listen, he knows he's wrong. And
oh, wait a minute. But aren't you a juror in this trial? Aren't you supposed to be impartial? Aren't you supposed to look at the facts?
And stop covering for Donald Trump. We all saw with our own eyes. We heard with our own ears President Trump and what he did to incite the violence. Then we also...
Wait a minute. Well, then why do you even need evidence? Why do you need a trial if you already heard it? What did he do? Specifically, she's not answering that question.
Heard from all of the people in the riots who spoke up and said that they were doing this because President Trump told them to do so. That's why you have a trial. You present the evidence and then you make a decision based on that.
Oh, that's why you have a trial. Then you look at the evidence and then you base it on that. Oh, but have you already heard the evidence? Because you seem to already have a conclusion here. You already have a conclusion that Donald Trump told them to do this. Interesting.
If Rand Paul wants to be President Trump's lawyer, then he's more than welcome to go do that. But frankly, I think the American people deserve to see the evidence presented to them that this president did indeed incite violence, did indeed incite insurrection against our nation's capital.
Oh, so she's already seen the evidence, huh? Okay.
President Biden tells CNN that the impeachment trial must happen. But Biden says he does not think 17 Republican senators will ultimately vote to convict Trump. As time passes, do you think it's even going to be harder to change minds? It seemed as though early on there might have been some willingness of Republicans to listen to the evidence, but you only got 5 today: Collins, Murkowski, Romney, Toomey,
the usual
and Sachs.
Suspects.
Yeah, I think this is where showing the evidence and replaying video footage from that day, replaying the audio from that day. So
how about you replay the exact speech and tell us exactly where he told them to break into the Capitol building? Because that would be incitement. Where are and again, a few hundred start this before the speech is over. There's tens of thousands of people in there. Why did only a few hundred of the tens of thousands do what they did? Who did he specifically give instruction to do? Where did he say break into the Capitol building? Where did he say to do damage? Or were these just, is this like any other, is this like a sports rally riot? Like when someone wins the Super Bowl, all people get rowdy and all of a sudden some people start breaking shit and so some other people get caught up in the action? Or was this specific instructions from the President of the United States to do what these people did? Or are these just some idiots who thought this would be a good idea? Tell me. I want to know because again, the charge is, and it's the only article of impeachment, incitement to an insurrection.
American people, so that my colleagues on the other side of the aisle can see and hear all of the evidence again.
What evidence?
Is really important. That's why it is so important to move forward with the impeachment trial.
And that's the other part. Apparently she's seen the evidence already. What evidence is she talking about? She's saying that they've to see all the evidence. Now, is she just talking about the evidence of what the dickheads who broke into the Capitol building did? Well, everyone's seen that. That's evidence, but it's not evidence of, again, incitement. Listen to her, what she says. She'll say it later here.
Actually review all of the evidence that there is.
House impeachment managers say they're still considering whether or not to use witnesses to try their case. But, the senators themselves all saw what happened. Many of them.
Oh, they did? What did they see? Again, Jake's talking about a completely different thing here. Oh, all the senators saw what happened. Well, they saw what happened in the Capitol building. That's not what Donald Trump's on trial for. That's not what Trump's being impeached for. There's a specific one sentence article of impeachment that they're impeaching him for, quote, incitement of an insurrection. Or I should say paraphrase. Incitement of an insurrection. You know what kind of evidence you would need for that? Oh, the senators didn't see that happen. Now, they may have seen the speech afterwards, but if you see the speech, it doesn't fit the definition of incitement. That has legal precedent. It has Supreme Court decisions about the word incitement. This would be, again, please charge Donald Trump criminally for this and see what happens. Would be right out of court, but here we go.
Saw it from inside the Capitol, and many of them still will.
Again, Jake, what's Jake talking about? Was Donald Trump there leading the charge like Mel Gibson? Was Donald Trump in front of that crowd with a flag? Fight for your rights. Break these doors down. Break some windows. Did the senators see that? Really? What did they see, Jake? No, they saw the assholes who did that shit. They don't. God.
Will not blame Trump.
How could you? Well, how would you know who to blame if you're watching from inside the building? How would you know who to blame, Jake? Again, Jake wants to blame Trump. I mean, look, how many rallies has Trump had in the last 4 or 5 years? And has any of Trump's rallies, not anything else that happens in this world, not the bullshit in Charlottesville, which they'll probably bring up during this, how many Trump rallies in the last 5 years have turned into some sort of violent riot type thing after the end? Not talking about people who have attacked Trump supporters, but the actual rally. What happens at most Trump rallies in 5 years? They have their rally, they pick up their shit and they go home. Or they sit and chant or whatever. Have a good time. But suddenly this one was inciting a riot. Get the fuck out of here.
Saw it from inside the Capitol, and
Again,
many of
you're
them
talking
still will not blame Trump.
Why would
do you
they?
think more witnesses, more evidence would change minds, or are people's minds just locked down at this point?
Why would they blame Trump for what they saw inside the building? What did you see inside the building that you could blame Trump for? Just because you want to blame Trump?
Then the American people deserve to see that they have elected senators on that side of the aisle who refuse to look at the evidence, who are so in former President Trump's camp that they're not even willing to do their constitutional duty, and it's shameful.
Apparently you've seen, again, what evidence have you seen that nobody else has seen, Tammy Duckworth? I'm just curious. Jake's not going to ask that question. What evidence do you have that Donald Trump incited this, that he intended for this to happen? Listen to her words.
As I said, I am sitting in an office where there is still broken glass on the floor.
Are Donald Trump's fingerprints on it? Was Donald Trump there with a megaphone telling people to break down this door? Mrs. Pelosi, break down that door.
A plywood boarded up,
irrelevant.
Boarded my window up right here.
Completely irrelevant.
Where my door.
We know that people broke into the Capitol building. That's irrelevant to what the charges are. You moron.
Has marks from a battering ram of some sort that they used to try to force that door open. I can show them the evidence myself.
That's not evidence of Donald Trump inciting people to do that. Now, if Donald Trump was there with a megaphone telling them to break down Tammy Duckworth's door, that would be incitement. But to tell people to go peacefully and patriotically let your voices be heard, there's something different about those instructions and what actually happened.
I'm happy to show it to my colleagues, but first they need to listen to the evidence and not close their minds to it.
They need to listen to the evidence and not close their minds. You haven't given any evidence that are related to the charges in the articles of impeachment. Thank you, God Emperor of Duncan, for the donation through Super Chat. Okay, next, impeach Jefferson Davis. Yeah. I don't know that you can do that. Anyway. Impeach Maxine Waters. Anyway.
House impeachment managers are also weighing if and how to incorporate video into their case. Sources tell us that the impeachment managers are thinking about using some of this footage gathered by just security. Take a listen.
Yes.
Okay.
Invade the Capitol.
Now, this is interesting. So Donald Trump is way down there by that screen. And these people back here say this stuff. You think Donald Trump can hear what they're saying back there? Do you think that? Do you think?
Building. Let's take the Capitol. Take the Capitol. Take the Capitol. Take the Capitol.
Okay, so he's got this one.
Right now.
Just to be
okay, yeah, right. Oh, let's see what Jake says
clear,
here.
because I don't know if you even saw that as opposed to just heard it. You hear President Trump in that clip saying, "You'll never take back our country with weakness. You have to show strength." And then you hear people in the crowd saying, "Invade the Capitol building, take the Capitol, take it, take the Capitol, take the Capitol right now." What's your response?
Oh, wait a minute. Do you think Donald Trump heard any of that? I don't think so.
Well, my response is you take that video and then you take and you look into the fact that the president did not try to stop or tell the insurrectionists to cease their attack on the Capitol until well.
Oh, wait a minute. How would he know? They started before his speech was over. Thank you, Rod Line. As an Illinoisan, I'd like to apologize for our senator, also Marie Osmond and Linda Carter, for the Dream Golden Oldies three-way. Thank you, Rodline. And Rodline, you are the new Streamlabs Superstar Donor of the Day. Thank you so much. And Gamer Valine, thank you. Also, Gamer Valine, guess what? You are the new Streamlabs Superstar Donor of the Day. With the 556, it said, didn't she lose her legs in an actual combat zone? Yeah, she knows the fucking difference. She's just blatantly lying. I miss the days of trying to cover up and that removing credibility. Yeah, she's full of shit. Yeah, she did. And thank you, Gamer Valine, and also thank you, Rodline, and I appreciate that. Yeah, she did lose her legs in the combat zone. And guess what? She knows that Donald Trump couldn't hear what those people back there were saying. Give me some, give me a, and again, they'll play that over and over. Will they play the fact that he said, go peacefully and patriotically, let your voices be heard, quote, end quote.
After the attack was well underway, and even then was a half-hearted statement, it's clear that it wasn't a half-hearted statement.
It was a statement on Twitter that got taken down almost immediately, but he did try to have it stopped anyway.
Insurrectionists were doing exactly what the president wanted. He wasn't, I mean, once he saw...
Oh, here's the line. Here's the line again. Listen to this.
On the Capitol until well after the attack was well underway, and even then was a half-hearted statement. It's clear that the insurrectionists were doing exactly what the president wanted.
It's clear that the insurrectionists were doing exactly what the president wanted. How? How is that clear? How? What did he say that makes that clear to you? And again, you are saying that you know what the answer is before hearing all the evidence. You just were sworn yourself as you just said you were sworn as a juror for this trial. And you already know, you would be thrown out of the jury pool based on what you're saying here.
Once he saw what was happening, he still didn't come out and ask them to stop and go home. Not for a long time. And even then, it was a half-hearted attempt. So it's very clear that they were carrying out exactly his wishes.
Yeah, very clear they're carrying out exactly his wishes. So I'm sorry. You're off the jury pool. Thank you very much. Have a good day. Enjoy your weekend off. All right, guys, I went over the time I need to be out of here, so I do got to go. Hey, thanks, everybody, for hanging around. Greatly appreciate it. Monkey here, you guys. Go, this guy is the direct source. Oh, okay, cool. Ladies and gentlemen, I do have to leave. Thank you so much for joining me today on the Morning Night Live. Before you go anywhere, don't click a button yet. Stop. Wait. I saw you just about click your mouse. And if you haven't clicked the like button before you clicked anything else, I don't know what to tell you other than wait and do that first. And then also people know, thanks for being here. I'm here Monday through Friday, 10 o'clock Eastern, 9 o'clock Central. Hit the like button if you like what we do. Also share the stream out. Even after the fact, it helps. It helps. If you're watching on replay, please put a comment in the comment section so that I know you were here. And if you'd like to donate to the show like some of the people have done, you can do that through Super Chats, you can do that through Streamlabs, you can do that through Cashapp, and you can do that through Venmo. All that information is in the description down below. Thanks for those who are able to do that. And if you're not able, don't worry about it. I'm just glad you come and watch the show. Thank you so much for being here, but I do have to leave. My name is PDawgKnight. And I'm out of here. Watch the new outro. It's kind of cute. Anyway, bye-bye. Hey, this is PDawgKnight, and glad you come and watch the show. Thank you so much for being here, but I do have to leave. My name is PDawgKnight, and I'm out of here. Watch the new outro below. I really look forward to hearing from you. And before you go, if you like what you saw, but you're not already subscribed, please make sure you hit the subscribe button. Come and watch the show. Thank you afterward, so you'll be notified when I post new videos or when we go live. And I screwed it up. Anyway, thanks, guys. Bye. Live Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 o'clock Central. A special thank you to all supporters of this channel who share our videos on social media and who make donations through the Streamlabs link, which is also in the description down below. Thanks again, and until next time, I'm PDawgKnight, and I'm out of here.